Hey everybody, just wanted to give another update here. We have been in the process of trying to get the house sold, which so far has been mainly the downsizing and figuring out how that's going to work. We had chosen not to use real estate agents and see how that goes. The market has been super hot. It's been cooling, I think, probably in the last month or two. Interest rates are going up and whatnot. So we had to throw the dice though and see if we could make that work. So one evening on a Friday, I guess, less than 2 weeks ago, I just was playing around on the Zillow website. I had claimed our house a while back and I thought I need to update the text description. It was, 13 years old, and we updated pictures on the outside of the house and we updated kitchen pictures because we did not really want to empty the rooms and make them picture ready. At the moment. We're going to. The plan was updates, more pictures coming soon. But I just really wanted to get it out there on Zillow as for sale and see what the response was. So we posted it, and then Rhoda had a little bit of a panic attack, I think, honestly. And as she explained why, I started catching on and realizing, yeah, people are going to want to see the house soon. It's not ready. So I went in and edited the description, for sale - coming very soon. And I felt like that was the option or our out to say, hey, it's not quite ready yet, but we could start gauging interest. So of course, right away, all the real estate agents reach out and say, hey, I want to sell your home for you, or I want to bring my buyer to you, or whatever. And I had an attorney that my neighbor Jerry had recommended who would do the contract and title work stuff for a flat fee, very low flat fee compared to agent fees. So we were just going to stay the course with that. And we posted it on Friday evening, updated that description to coming soon. And the following Saturday afternoon after lunch, my phone rang, and it was this nice couple who said they were coming to see a house in this part of town. It didn't really meet their needs, but they saw our update on Zillow and it looks like a better fit for them. Could they please come by and come see it while they're in the neighborhood? So we made sure they knew it wasn't ready to show. It's not really presentable yet. And they said, it's okay, we'll overlook all that. So Rob and Amanda walked through. They looked everything over. They made us a verbal offer, we accepted, and we got the contract going that evening or the next day and got it signed. Both sides signed it, off to the title company, came back the next day. So everything moved super fast. So far things are on track. Today is September 13th, and we seem to have a closing date that's sticking pretty well on October 14th. So 1 month from now, we will be homeless. The home sits behind me right now in this video. And we will probably stay with Homer and Nancy, Rhoda's parents, and they just live a few minutes from here and graciously offered a place there for a few weeks while we wait for the RV to become available to go pick up. So that's another mystery thing that we don't know, is when that'll be available exactly. If things stay on track, Tiffin says that it should ship from Red Bay, Alabama, October 13th. That could take 1 to 2 weeks for them to find a driver even to get it delivered, but our dealership has said they will fly someone from Montana down to Alabama who will drive it back so we can cut the time down on the delivery. They know we need it sooner than later, so they're trying to help us prioritize getting it so we can get started. So that's where we're at. We've sold the house. We have contracts signed. We have great buyers. They really did us a solid. We have quite a bit of furniture that we obviously aren't taking with us. So as they were here looking at things, we sort of asked the question, hey, do you need furniture? Maybe half joking, but half serious. And they're like, sure, we'll take anything you leave. We need improvements over what we have, or whatever it was. So another big gift right there was we're not going to have to try to sell and move the living room, all the living room furniture, and our master bedroom furniture for sure. So that was a huge gift. They could use the lawnmower, they can use the yard tools. So that really offloaded not only the need to get rid of literally everything, but then it offloaded the need to get the house ready to show and be in that show ready mode all the time while we work through multiple buyers. So we feel very blessed that within 48 hours, with no sign in the yard, no realtors involved, our buyers found us, they called us, they came by, they made an offer, and things have just tracked really, really well with them. Super nice people. I'm glad that the process went this way because we get to know them, and that's way more fun than the kind of more cold, distant relationship through the general, typical house selling process. So more downsizing update on Sunday. Today is Tuesday, and 2 days ago we had our extended Omaha family members come over with a bunch of cars, and we loaded a pickup truck and 3 cars worth of stuff that Rhoda's brother Ryan and his wife Crystal were willing to take. An old piano, for example, a couple of tables. There's more than that, obviously, because we needed 4 cars. So we all set up after at our house here after lunch Sunday and loaded everything and caravan down and then unloaded it, and then grilled some burgers and enjoyed their amazing Christmas tree farm property that they live on in Rockport, Missouri. If you need a Christmas tree, that's the place to go if you're in the area. Yeah, so the house got even more empty, and then we've been feverishly scanning photos. We've got the scanner set up, and we are scanning photos left and right, trying to get through a massive pile of photos to take with us in a digital format. So that continues to go well. The downsizing has stayed on a steady pace. We both ditched a lot of clothes. We know there's more clothes to get rid of. We've gone through box after box. Most rooms are empty now. Most of the stuff that we need to go through is largely gone through. So we just continue to find those things that we've overlooked and continue to downsize and do that. So with any luck at all, the closing continues to track for October 14th. We will live in Homer and Nancy's basement for some period of time, a week, a month, we don't know. Molly, our middle daughter here in Omaha, has graciously volunteered to babysit our little baby cat, Baby. She's a 14 or 15-year-old old lady now, but spry as a kitten and full of life and energy. And Molly is going to be a great helper on that. Her apartment complex was very kind to charge her nothing as a pet babysitter. Normally there's fees, obviously, for a pet deposit and additional rent, but to babysit for her parents, they were very kind to say no cost for that. So that's really cool. So we're just down to finishing up getting the house 100% ready to walk out. We're gonna have to box up some of the RV supplies that we need to make the trip back and ship those out to Missoula, Montana. The dealership there will store that for us and have it on hand for us to put in and use on the trip home. And then a friend of mine, Mike, who I work with and who I've known over a decade, offered to bring the car trailer I mentioned in a previous video home from Des Moines, and he lives on a piece of property in the area and offered to store that for us as well. So he hauled it 2 hours back on a recent trip he made that way, and he's storing it for us till we can go get it. So recently we went out and looked at that on his property to see it. It's amazing. And then we realized we have storage in that trailer, so we will take anything that we need to store that we don't need for living right away, that we're not shipping up to the RV location, and we will go place it in that trailer at an undisclosed location, and it will sit there until we need it. So everything's coming together pretty nicely. We're still working out how the shelves inside the trailer, the enclosed car trailer, are going to work for additional storage. We know that the E-Track is placed correctly. We've got the hardware to stick stuff up on the walls. We're just trying to decide what those shelves are going to be made out of. The original plan was lumber, 2x4s. We realized if we used a different material, we could get another 2 or 3 inches of vertical space out of that shelving space. So we've been making some rounds looking at materials to see what's sturdy, cost effective, and so forth. So we'll get that sorted out, and eventually we'll show video including the rig and the setup. We're looking forward to our time at the KOA in West Omaha / Gretna. We have a couple months reserved there, and that should be a fun time to really get into this life while being local, while still living our fairly normal life as much as we can, going about our normal day and our normal week while living just in a different location in town for a while. So that's this update, and a little bit longer than I expected, but a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, and wanted to provide this update. See you next time.